For citizen journalist Matar Cisse, words don't come as freely. After being locked in jail for an online post, for every keystrokes, there is now hesitation. The sense of a presence always watching over him on his computer device. When thousands in 2023 were protesting a politically motivated trial against opposition figure Ousmane Sonko, Cisse took to social media to document what people were shouting on the streets. The young journalist was convicted of threatening the state and fueling unrest. His post permanently deleted from the internet. Defiant, Cisse says he would do it again.
Jail times made me more courageous and also more cautious. I think I come out stronger and more determined to continue my journalism.
At the Forum on the Internet Freedom in Africa, Cisse stands among cyber activists, journalists, policymakers, influencers, and hackers. Their goal? To push back against growing internet repression. 2023 saw a record 283 internet shutdowns across 39 countries. Widespread cyber blackouts took place in Senegal, Ethiopia, and Guinea, while Ethiopia's Tigray and Amhara regions enduring a year-long shutdown. Kenya and Mozambique also joined the list. These governments say the restrictions are necessary to stop the spread of misinformation and prevent unrest.
We've witnessed governments weaponizing network disruptions during periods of unrest, as well as during periods of elections. And ultimately, whereas the justifications are numerous that are provided by the state, network disruptions undermine access to information, they undermine freedom of expression, they undermine citizens' access to education services, to health services, and they undermine the economy.
At the forum, Cisse hopes to learn from others like him, some of whom have developed creative ways to circumvent and combat internet restrictions. Together, they are a growing movement of resistance, refusing to let technology meant to give them a voice silence them.
Well, there are many ways for governments to interfere with or shut down internet networks, and the methods are evolving. Colin Baker explains.
We like to think of the internet as borderless, but it isn't. It's a web of connections that crosses countries' borders all the time. Every time you visit a website or use an app to talk to a friend, you're probably traveling around the world virtually. And a lot happens between you and the stuff that you're looking at. Digital content is broken into tiny pieces. It's given an address. It's routed, exchanged, sent across borders, reassembled, and returned. There are lots of points at which governments can interfere. Governments could isolate pieces of your message, copy them and monitor them, or send them off course. An internet service provider might be state-owned or supported, and here they could filter certain websites or slow down access so videos and calls just don't load. That's both effective and difficult to prove. The domain name system, it's a map that translates one network to the others. Governments can force operators to change those addresses so your search hits a dead end. Or they can just cut the connection at a cell tower or a major cable. Now, each of these carries a cost and a likelihood of being detected. Today, the internet connects more people than ever before, but it relies on a certain amount of trust. And whether that lasts is not a guarantee.